think about. But when you're born into a fire, let them burn it out. They sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, hate is based, the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, hate is based, the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. And tonight, we're at the Rebel Racing League race in none other than the state of Tennessee, and not only Tennessee, but Nashville, Tennessee. That's right, folks. Music City. And if you keep up with NASCAR, you know that Junior and Marcus Smith just went down last week and got some papers signed moving forward towards bringing this track back to NASCAR. But guess what? You guys don't have to wait, because tonight, the Rebel Racing League is going to be right here in Nashville at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. So as we go forward, you know, who's going to win tonight? I'm not sure. Could it be Kyle Spees? He's fast every week, up there in points. Current point leader. Could it be last week's winner, Dustin Matson? Could he go back to back? Third in points right now. That's Kayla McCarthy. She's got a shot. Nashville, not an easy track, but certainly tameable for Kayla McCarthy. Could it be Christopher Lawrence? He's up there in points as well. We'll go through those points here in just a second. But Christopher Lawrence won to watch tonight along with Kyle Gardner. He's been fast all season. He's got a shot at it. Kyle Gardner currently second quickest on the board. Brent Hunsucker, he's another one that's with us tonight. He has a chance. Very fast. Brian Cloyd can take it home. He's currently sixth on the leaderboard. Simon Grills, he's running a throwback scheme tonight. I think several of these drivers are running throwback schemes tonight. One that we should not sleep on, that's Josh Anderson. Earlier in the season, I said he was a dark horse, but there's no denying that Josh Anderson is here to stay, as he's currently 11th in points. One that's on the outside looking in, but I believe he's driving a Chevrolet now. That's Stephen Ford. Need to update his car picture, but he's got a shot getting back into the top 16 in points. And let's take a look at those points. Your point leader, Kyle Spees. Second in points, Christopher Lawrence. Third is Kayla McCarthy. Fourth, Simon Grills. Fifth in points, Dustin Matson, Jeffrey Vickery, Kyle Gardner, Brent Hunsucker, Christopher Reese, and Christopher Pendle, all up in the top 10. Pretty much locked in, as we only got 2 races left to go until the playoffs start. Here's where it gets interesting. Josh Anderson, Sean Donald, Brandon Browning, all likely to make it. Brian Cloyd, he's in that. He's kind of probable. 200 points. James Jones, Brett Wilson, they're the last 2 in right now. 190 and 187. Stephen Ford at 169. And Cody Bullock, 167. Shane LeDoux, 162. Those 5 right now, I feel like, are the ones that are fighting to get in. Chris Malcolm, he's at 152. Still has a shot, but a little bit steeper of a curve to get in. So we're about to go qualifying right now. Let's take a look. Chris Reese currently the quickest qualifier. Gardner out there, second spot right now. There's Gardner in the 49. Now he tops Reese, currently in the pole. This bottom line, it's hard to run. It's quite bumpy down on the bottom. You're going to see these drivers stay. See how he's just like a lane up? That's where they're going to be most of the night. That bottom lane, hard to run. Brandon Browning, he comes around third right now. Kyle Gartner holds on to the first spot. Vernon Reese out there sixth. Josh Anderson seventh. No, he moves up to fourth. He could get into the top 10 in points after tonight. There's Vernon Reese. Michael Hill currently eighth. Mike Robinson, he comes around in a Napa car. That's not Christopher Lawrence. That's Mike Robinson. Sean Donald out there in 11th. Now he comes up to the 6th spot. And Dustin Rouse caught him just in time to see him hit the wall. It's very loose around, so you're going to see cars get loose left and right. iRacing updated the smoke model in this most recent update. So you're used to seeing the smoke kind of dissipate as these cars spin out, but this time around, we're not going to see that. The smoke, it kind of lingers. It looks much more realistic now. Dustin Matson, he's out there. He's fourth quickest right now. Let's see if he can get the pole. Matson up to third. That's as high as he can get. All right, looks like pole sitter is going to be Kyle Gartner. Brian Cloyd, he's out there. He switched teams. You normally see him in that bright green car, but he's now in this threat level midnight car. We've got the angle up on that one a little wrong. Not sure what happened there. All right, so looks like Kyle Gartner gonna be your pole sitter. Let's see if we can get a word with Kyle Gartner. Hey, Kyle, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you look fast out there. Currently, well, looks like you're going to be the pole sitter. What's it going to take to get this thing around here, the short track, and make it all the way to the end and keep that lead?
Well, staying out of trouble, I'm glad I got on the pole because I think that's going to be the big thing is keeping your car clean. And just trying to save them tires. It's bumpy down at the bottom of the track, so hopefully I can get out front and kind of ride that middle line so it's a little bit smoother.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't jinx you because I just saw Kyle Spees and Christopher Lawrence roll out, so
hey.
Hopefully you hold on to that top spot.
I hope it holds up. If not, that's fine too.
Well, we'll say throughout the season in my chat, I've seen your name pop up a lot, so you got a lot of fans out there. Popular guy.
Yeah, I appreciate all my family and friends checking it out. I try to get the broadcast out, and it's almost becoming a like a ritual, or not a ritual, but an every week kind of thing. So it's pretty fun.
Well, looks like you're holding on strong right now, so I'm going to go ahead and call you the pole sitter anyway.
All right. Well, hey, thanks.
Good luck tonight, man.
Hey, thanks.
I still got a couple qualifying. I may have to try and adjust one of these cameras or avoid that one. See if we can get a word from Mike Robinson. Hey, Mike, it's Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Dakota?
Oh, not much. We're getting ready to watch y'all run around Nashville for a little while. Heard you had something special you wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Tonight I'm not racing for me. I'm actually racing for our veterans and a very close friend of mine that ended up just passing away recently as of 2 days ago. So it's a hard one. It's a hard one today.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you can get out there and beat these guys up for your friend.
That's what I'm hoping, man. All I can say is veteran suicide sucks, man. We gotta do more for our vets on this front. You know, it's a sad deal to go through.
Yeah, it is. It's too many. That's like 22 a day. It's
Yes,
quite
sir.
a bit.
22 a day. But
We appreciate you for taking the time to talk about it.
yeah, absolutely, man. It's gonna be a tough race, but it's gonna be a very tough 200 laps. I will not lie.
Well, you're going to be the sentimental favorite for sure. We'll keep up with you all race long. Good luck tonight, buddy.
You too, man.
That Mike Robinson, he's number 20. We'll keep up with him tonight. That's hard when you lose a friend. Got somebody asking about Kayla. Here's Kayla. She's 21st. So a lot of these drivers we normally see up front qualifying near the back, which is surprising. Christopher Lawrence, he's 15th. Kayla McCarthy, 21st. Kyle Spees, 23rd. We got to see these drivers drive up through the field. Jeffrey Vickery, 13th. So we'll have to see these guys and girls drive up through the field. Something we're not used to seeing, and at a short track makes it a little more difficult. But our pole sitter's Kyle Gardner. They'll be getting ready to grid here in just about 20 seconds. We've got 200 laps tonight. And the stages are going to be on lap 50 and lap 100. Here we go. It's about the grid time. Kyle Gardner, your pole sitter, he's going to be leading them off. We're waiting for him to get in the pit lane. You see the new iRacing pace car. That's a real pretty car. I believe it's actually made up, not a real car, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I was told anyway. There he is, our pole sitter tonight, rolling off from the first starting position. Kyle Gardner started second. Chris Reese rolling off third. Last week's winner, Dustin Matson, starting in fourth spot. That's Brandon Browning with a new team tonight. Currently fifth on the grid. That's Brian Cloyd. Garrett Fox, he's starting sixth. Seventh spot, Josh Anderson, looking to break the top 10 in points. Seventh is Sean Donald. In eighth spot, actually Sean Donald's eighth. Ninth is James Jones. 10th, Simon Grills. 11th spot, Cody Bullock. See a lot of these throwback schemes. There's Mike Robinson. I know it's a number 9, but he's going to be scored as number 20. So we'll keep him and Christopher Lawrence separate. And this is Mike Robinson. He's number 20, even though it says 9. Jeffrey Vickery, 13th. Brent Hunsucker in 14th. 15th spot, Christopher Lawrence. There he is. 16th, Vernon Reese. He did not grid, I don't believe. Dustin Rouse. He's in 18th. Mike Harper, 17th. Getting a little backwards here. The rest of the grid, Michael Hill, Joey Wright, Kayla McCarthy. There's Stephen Ford looking to break into the top 16 in points, as well as Shane Ledoux. And there's Kyle Spees, our point leader, currently 23rd. As we go green, Chris Reese takes off quick. And a caution already out. Number 82 looks like he may have gone around. He's sitting backwards or sideways. And as everybody went right there, the 13 of James Jones goes around. Let's take a look at James Jones, see what happened there. Not sure if he spun the tires. Let's see if we can get a better look. Maybe right here. It looks to me like he maybe shifted the wrong way. Went into maybe, I'm not sure, first instead of third. That's what it looks like when the car whips around like that. Take a look from inside. Nope. Just got loose. Tires broke loose. Sent him sideways. Wasn't a misshift. So James Jones with early damage. We head back to our leader, currently Chris Reese. Hopefully we can get some green flag running tonight. Browning, he jumped up into the second spot. So we're looking for lap 50 for the end of the stage. And I do not see Brett Wilson. Brett Wilson is not racing tonight. He's currently 16th in points. So that opens up a spot for Stephen Ford, Cody Bullock, or Shane Ledoux to make a move and get up into this top group. James Jones, he's sitting 15th, and with damage early, we'll have to see how the rest of his night goes. He's out there still with all that damage, did not pit. Currently 13th spot. We've got some of these throwback paint schemes. This one right here is a good looking one. An old Wrangler scheme. That's Simon Grills. And Cody Bullock, he's running an old Jeff Gordon scheme. These two cars running throwback schemes here at Nashville. And Mike Robinson with damage early. We'll have to keep an eye on Mike Robinson. He's one of the sentimental favorites tonight. As we get going again, nope. We're lining up double file as that new iRacing pace car leads us around one more time, 1 to green. And the pole sitter at the beginning, he dropped back to 3rd on that start. Speed's back here. Looks like no damage on Speed's car, so he's keeping it clean. The pace car is in the pit lane. Chris Reese, he's going to take it green. Browning already on the outside. As they come off the corner, and there goes the leader in the wall as well as Browning, but they keep it straight. There's going to be some damage to those two cars. 85 of Garrett Fox. He comes around now. He's sideways and into the inside wall. He's around. And the caution out for Garrett Fox. Quite a bit of damage on that machine. You see the back crumpled up pretty bad. Let's take a look at the other two cars that were involved earlier. The 48, quite a bit of damage from that wreck being on the outside of Reese. Reese, though, he's still out there. See the left front, or our left, his right front damage. Trying to get a better look at it behind that iRacing pace car. Yeah, not terrible. Shouldn't be the end of the world for Chris Reese, but we'll have to see going forward if that damage affects him. Matson hanging on in the 3rd spot right now. He's looking to go back-to-back after winning that fuel mileage thriller last week, ending on a big long green run. Several cars running out of gas coming across the line, but Dustin Matson made it happen. Had just enough fuel. He said as he come across the line, it was sputtering. Oh, I didn't see that earlier. I don't know how that happened. He stood that one on its nose. Brandon Browning, issues early on. That was after the 85 had spun. Tagged the wall, come back down into the 62 and got stuck into the outside wall, and it sent him airborne, standing on its nose, and he ended up having to tow to the pits. There's Brian Cloyd. Got a good looking ride. Number 3, he's in the orange threat level midnight car. Here's the two that are currently tied for 11th in points, Josh Anderson and Sean Donald. They're in 5th and 6th spot. And they are trying to get into the top 10. Another one I do not see tonight is Christopher Pendle. So Christopher Pendle, he's 10th in points. Chris Reese with a damaged race car. We'll have to see how well he can hold up front. The 18, he's tagged the wall in the back. Holds it straight. Chris Reese off 2, and another caution, the 82 around. Oh, wrong button, 82. Here he is. Looks like he's going to exit to the pits. Let's take a look. You know, coming out of the corner, the way that these the elevation changes, it's very easy to spin it off the corner because the elevation changes. You hit the gas and kind of throws the car a little bit off center and brings the rear end around. But Joey Wright currently sitting in the pits. We'll have to see where he is later in the race. Chris Reese currently led most of these laps. Involved early with the 48 of Brandon Browning. He's a couple of laps down. He's going to get a free pass as he's moving to the outside. Had to take a fast repair. And he's 3 laps down as Wright was 1 lap down but involved in the incident, so he doesn't get the wave around. And Brandon Browning gonna be the lucky dog for this caution. That'll put him 2 laps down. Gonna have to get a couple more of those to get back on the lead lap. So with Brett Wilson out, that 1 spot that's up for grabs currently between Stephen Ford. And Ford currently running 22nd position. And just 2 points behind him is Cody Bullock, who we saw tag the fence a little bit earlier on the outside, but held it straight. A lot of times when you hit this outside wall, it shoots you across the track. So the fact that he hit that outside wall and held it, you see a little scrape, but not much. That's pretty good to hold it and not go across someone else's nose. As well as Shane Ledoux. This is another one fighting for the 16th spot. Shane Ledoux, he's 5 points behind Bullock, 7 points behind Brett Wilson. Behind Stephen Ford, excuse me. Brett Wilson not here. James Jones had a very damaged race car early. Still has a very damaged race car. But he has not pitted. It's hanging out there. You see the whole right side dented in, the back bumper gone off that car, but he stayed out there, stayed up to speed, and currently in 13th spot, trying to not lose any points as a lot of these guys on the outside looking in, trying to get a good day. James Jones trying not to have a bad one. Chris Reese now on the green flag. He's the leader. He'll take it and lead another one, but Matson quick to the outside with a big run. Now Dustin Matson side by side off the corner. Matson going to clear the 62 as they go down into turn number 3. You see that seam. A lot of these cars staying up above that seam. Don't want to go down below it because there's a lot of bumps. We have another caution on the speedway. That's our 4th caution this time for the number 3. And Cloyd, he was up front. Oh, the 16 got sideways, but he saved it, and the 3 comes off the corner and noses it into the wall hard. Most everyone avoids. Someone tagged him. That looked like the 49, but I'm not sure. Oh, no, that's the 85 who was involved in the incident earlier. So the 3 of Cloyd just got sideways. Locked the brakes up, but he didn't have a chance. When these things are turning around like that, it's just, you're just holding on for dear life until you hit the wall. There's really not a whole lot you can do once they kick sideways. There gets a little extra damage. You see the flag man as they come around. Still caution flag. Looks like Cloyd may go a lap down. He comes into pit. Get a lot of that damage repaired. Dustin Matson, he's out front. Had just enough time before that caution come out to get around Chris Reese. Gartner, he's still holding strong in third spot. Sean Donald, he's moved up into fourth, and Anderson in fifth. These two fighting for a top 10 points position. Both running very well, both in the top 5. Currently, Jeffrey Vickery there in 6th, and he's 6th in points. Only 4 points behind our leader, Dustin Matson. Brent Hunsucker, he's 7th. He's 8th in points, so Hunsucker, Vickery, and Gartner all battling for the 6th spot in points. Christopher Reese as well. He's up there in 2nd spot. He's 9th in points. You see that green flag in the flag man's hand. Dustin Matson gonna lead us off. Green flag for Dustin Matson. A big jump for the 6. And he is off to the races. As now the battle is for 2nd. Chris Reese trying to hold it. The 11 on the outside. They're 3 wide behind. And a big stack up. Oh, one car backwards. The 85. And a flat nose on that 9. Christopher Lawrence. Kayla McCarthy with major damage. Major damage to the 24. Kayla McCarthy. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, the 18 got loose off the corner and stacked them up. The 24 was almost around. And the 85 just didn't see her sitting there. Take a look. You see him wrecking in front. He's trying to go through. Didn't even see her sitting there. That new smoke model makes it dangerous. Got to be careful driving through the smoke. Fox already used his fast repair. Let's take a look from McCarthy's view. See what she saw. As the Jeff Gordon looking car in front, that's the 18 of Cody Bullock. He gets sideways through the corner, starts throwing up that smoke. She thinks she's in the clear, and one tags her, sends her around, and everything's clear. And then out of nowhere, a lot of front end damage to McCarthy's car. She stays out. Just trying to maintain the damage, as we only got 17 laps left in the first stage. A lot of cars with a lot of damage. I'll tell you, a smart man is Stephen Ford. He started back in the back. He is doing his best to keep his car as clean as possible. You see, not a scratch on that 27 car. He's fighting for a playoff spot, letting all these other guys crash and hurt their cars. Cody Bullock behind. Not a whole lot of damage. Looks like a manageable amount. Left front damage. But he should be all right. Save that fast repair for later in the race. Dustin Matson, green flag. As the tail of the field comes around, he's already out to a half-second lead. Donald now working to the bottom of Chris Reese. Trying to hold it down low, not wash up into the 62. Does a great job side by side down the front stretch. 62 dives it hard into turn number 1. Little loose off the corner. 11 trying to not be involved. We have a caution behind us. You see the 49 get sideways. Does a good job saving it. Mike Harper involved. Let's take a look and see what happened. As it looked like the 4, he gets sideways the same time the 27 gets sideways off the corner. Oh, a big hit from the 18 into the side of the 27. Cloyd, he comes in. Doesn't hit him too hard. Let's take a look one more time. As the 4 coming off the corner, you see the 11 got a little loose too. But getting back to the throttle, very difficult on this track because it is so slick. And the 4 and the 27 both go around. You can really see that new iRacing smoke model that they just added to the service. There may be some rear axle damage to the 27. That was a big hit from the 18. But you see how long that smoke lingers. Looks much more realistic. It's big damage for the 4, the 18 as well. The 27 has some damage. Looks like he's still out there. Lost that rear bumper. Such a tight race right now for the last playoff spot. And none of the three that are currently outside looking in have made a big impact. Possibly Shane LeDoux. No damage on that car yet. He's up 12 spots since the start, currently 12th position. He's looking now with only 10 to go to try and get up into that top 10, get a few points, and that'll help him for his bid to make the postseason. Shane Ledoux looks like he's in dangerous territory. There's damaged cars all around him. As we start to go double foul once again. Looking to try and get some green flag runs. Currently 6 cautions in the first 41 laps. And your leader, currently Dustin Matson, took the lead from Chris Reese early in this one. And gets a big jump on these restarts. Let's see how much of a jump he gets this time. Big run off the corner. Dustin Matson. He jumps out already to 6/10. Reese and Vickery side by side for second. Vickery now into the second spot. Reese sliding back with a little bit of damage on that race car. The 11 of Sean Donald down low. Trying to peek the nose in. Reese gonna hold off the 11 currently as the number 7 of Josh Anderson, and then the 16 around along with the 69. You see him sitting on the bottom. There's Brent Hunsucker sideways. A little flat on the nose. I believe the 16 got loose first. 16 down on that bottom. Those bumps, you see that car bumping, jumping down in the bottom lane. It is difficult to make it through the bottom lane without getting loose because those bumps just get the car unbalanced. And as you go to throttle up, it just sends you right around. As you see there with the 16. Let's take a look. This time from inside the 16 car. You see those bumps. Oh, see big bumps right there. Let's take a look one more time. You see those big bumps right before he gets sideways. It shot him up the track. Right here. Big bumps. And he goes around. And the 69 collected as well. Not a whole lot of damage there. We're getting down to the end of the stage. We'll have to see if they go green before they get to the end of it. Shane Ledoux picked up one more spot. He's now 11th. Kayla McCarthy with that damaged race car. She's sitting 10th and looking to get a point. Garrett Fox in front of her, also with a very damaged race car. You see McCarthy there in the 24 and Garrett Fox here in the 85. Both these cars very damaged, missing the nose. Chris Lawrence, he's got his nose, but looking flat as he's either been into someone or into that outside wall. Kyle Spees as well. He started back in the back, but he's moved up now to 7th. He's up 16 positions. Quite a bit of damage to the nose of that car, especially on the right side. Well, not too bad. It should be all right for Kyle Speed. You see the pace lights going off on the pace car. 1 to green. As we wait for leader Dustin Madsen, you see the flagman grab that green flag. Pace car peels in the pit lane, and here comes our leaders. Dustin Madsen with a good jump over Jeffrey Vickery as we come down 2 laps until the end of the stage. Dustin Madsen first, Jeffrey Vickery second, Josh Anderson now in the 3rd spot. Chris Reese and Sean Donald in the top 5. Kyle Speed's up 17 positions since we started. About to be 18 as he's bumping on the door of the 2 in front. Kyle Gardner, he's 7th. Garrett Fox 8th. Christopher Lawrence 9th. Caleb McCarthy 10th. The 62 goes for a wild ride. The 85 flipping down the back stretch. The 9 of Lawrence also involved. And that'll be the end of the stage. Madsen, Vickery, Anderson, Donald, Spees, Gardner, McCarthy, Shane Ledoux. One of those cars looking to get in. He's currently out of the cut. That'll gain him 2 points. That'll help his bid to make it in. Mike Robinson 9th and Dustin Rouse rounds out your top 10 for the stage. Let's take a look and see what happened. With the 62. As they went through the corner. The 7 was sideways. The 62 got sideways. You see him right there off the corner, sideways, and just straight nose into the bottom. Shoots him out in front of the 85, who gets hit hard in the outside wall. The 9 hits the 85, and the 85 goes flipping down the backstretch. This time we'll take a ride with Garrett Fox. See what he saw. Did you see the 62? Oh, he got loose as well. Bounces up. Lands back on his wheels, Garrett Fox. Let's see what it looked like from the gyro cam. Down through the corner. All the way on his side. Didn't quite flip all the way over. He's staying out trying to get ahead of these leaders. He is ahead of the leaders. Dustin Madsen gonna win stage 1. Browning, he's made his way back up to 2nd. We're currently 8 cautions in the first 55 laps. Browning, he's made his way after getting crashed earlier. Stood the nose up on that Brandon Browning number 48 machine and had to take his fast repair. So Brandon Browning driven all the way back through the field. He's now in 2nd. Kyle Spees sits 3rd as we get ready to go back green. And Spees in the rear view of Dustin Madsen. A good restart for Madsen. Spees now on the bottom of Browning for 2nd spot. These two teammates, I'm sure they'll be taking it easy on each other. Spees now, he'll drop back. Brown and Browning will hold the 2nd position. Kayla McCarthy, she's 4th. Got the whole nose gone off that car, but very fast. There's Mike Robinson. He's in 5th spot. Having a great night. Certainly rooting for Mike Robinson tonight. We had an interview with him earlier. And one sideways, that's a 7 and the 69. The 7 didn't look like he hit too hard. Looks like the 69 big time off the corner. He'll tow. Yeah, this bottom lane is just so hard to run because of those bumps. You see how violent that car was bouncing. Let's take a look. Really look at how violent this car bounces in that bottom lane. Right there. See those big bumps? And as you come off the corner, the car's just off balance and you hit the gas. 4 T-bones hard. The 13 also involved. But he's around. Dustin Matson going to continue to lead. We're 9 cautions in and 60 laps. Dustin stays out again. Let's see if we can get a word with Dustin Matson. Hey, Dustin, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, man, you're looking fast, but can't quite get an opportunity to get out there and really stretch your legs. I currently think we're on pace to get about 35 cautions tonight. What's it going to take to get some green flag laps?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe us to actually get more green flag laps so we can practice running this track, I think.
Well, you're certainly the quickest stage 1 winner. You think anybody's got a shot at you? You're getting a real good jump on these restarts and pulling out to almost a second before we get a caution a half lap later.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take it easy, honestly, and get a good start. And, you know, try to. I mean, wheel spin's pretty bad here right now, and so I'm just trying to manage that a little bit. But I don't really quite know who pit after that stage break or not, so I'm not quite sure where the tires are behind me. But I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and try to control the right front and see what happens after this next stage.
All right, well, good luck, Dustin. You're doing a good job.
Appreciate it.
And that is Dustin Matson. We're here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Dustin led a lot of laps so far, but as you see up in the left-hand corner, that tells the tale. 63 laps, 9 cautions. As we go back double file. This Kayla McCarthy machine, number 24, very damaged but very quick. One to watch as we go forward. Dustin Matson once again will take us to the green. A big jump. The 48 did a great job that time of holding on. Matson, like he said, just trying to take it easy. Hopefully we can get a green flag run going. Dustin Matson out front. Currently the race right now for the 5th spot between Vickery and Robinson. Robinson down low looking to the inside of Vickery. That 21 going to power off the corner. Now they're single file. There goes the 16. As he's hard into the inside wall. And this new smoke model, you see the 3 coming at him, but he can't see because of that smoke. So the 16 around again. Doesn't look like he's got a whole lot of damage. Let's take a look one more time. Off the corner, just nosed a little bit. Let's see if we can get a look at just what this new smoke model looks like, because it's pretty crazy. Let's take a look from the 3. He's just holding on the best he can. The 9 as well. A lot of these cars going sideways. He cannot see. You can't see. There he is. Very thick smoke coming from these cars spinning around. Now Brian Cloyd trying to get. There goes Christopher Reese. He's going to get a lap back. That'll put him back on the lead lap. Yeah, he's taking a faster pair. He was up front earlier. No, maybe he hasn't. He's got quite a bit of damage on the right rear, but Chris Reese fast early in this one, led some laps. He gets back on the lead lap. Stephen Ford, one that's fighting for a spot in the playoffs. He sits 19th right now. Christopher Lawrence, he's up there second in points, but tonight having difficulty. Stephen Ford back in the pits, getting a little more damage fixed. And Josh Anderson, you saw him hit that inside wall a little bit. Doesn't look to be too bad. So far, the man of the hour really is Shane Ledoux. As he come in to this race sitting at 19th. He got some stage points in the first stage. 30 laps left here in the second stage. But Shane Ledoux 19th, and he's about 7 points out coming in as Brett Wilson not here tonight. He's 16th at 187. All 3 of these cars should catch Brett Wilson in 16th. As Dustin Matson leads them back around again. He's going to take off for the 11th time. Car's a little squirrely. Dustin Matson on the bottom. Brandon Browning gets a big run on the outside as he stays to the side of the 6. One other car around behind, but the 6 and the 48 side by side as they go through the corner. The 6 holds off Brandon Browning down on the bottom line. Matson now out front. Brandon Browning in second. Kyle Spees, you see him coming into frame. He's looking to the inside of the 48 as we have yet another caution. Like the 99 involved down on the bottom. Once again, hits those bumps. Gets sideways off the corner. Not sure if the 9 was involved with that one or not. Let's take a look. I still can't tell. Maybe. Very close. They may have touched, but it was close. 99 gets sideways and hits the inside wall. You see the damage there on the left front for the 99 of Vernon Reese. Shane Ledoux, like I was saying just a few minutes ago, really the man of the hour. He's the man that has come into this obviously difficult track, has kept his car clean so far, and he's the one on the outside looking in, and his prospects of getting into the playoffs going up the longer we go in this race. James Jones, he sits 15th in points. Got about a 25-point advantage over Shane Ledoux. That'll be hard for Shane Ledoux to make up. But 16th not here, so James Jones, it's going to be difficult for him to miss the playoffs, even though he's 15th. And he's about, now if he blinks out, that may hurt his chances. But with a 20-some point lead over that cutoff spot, James Jones most likely going to make it. Can't say that he will, but certainly has a good prospect sitting 15th. Cody Bullock, as you see, he has disconnected, and he's 22nd, Cody Bullock. So Cody Bullock comes into this race 5 points ahead of Shane Ledoux. As we go green once again, Dustin Matson and the 48 go side by side into turn number 1 and all the way through 2, side by side off the corner. Browning with a great run. Matson going to hold the bottom line. Can he clear the 48 off the corner? And the 6 slips up into that outside lane. Brandon Browning in second. These cars starting to even out a little bit. Shane Ledoux, there he is. He's in 8th spot now, doing his best to keep the car clean. He's done a great job. The 49 behind. Oh, as Ledoux a little bit into the outside wall. He and the 49 almost come together. There's the 30 around. He's in the outside wall. The 51 with a big hit. And off the corner, another one loose. Vickery, he misses him barely, and the 51 hard into the side of the 30. And then drives straight into the bottom wall. Mike Robinson, he's up there, got the clean car right now. He's used one of his fast repairs. I believe his only fast repair. Got a little damage on the right rear again, Mike Robinson. And as we heard earlier, you know, he's running tonight in memory of his friend and trying to make awareness for veteran suicide. Mike Robinson doing a great thing tonight. Very strong as he come on earlier and was able to talk about his friend. Currently a strong run for him as well. He's up 6 positions since we took the green at the beginning, and he's 6th spot. Looking at a top 5 if he can just get around Josh Anderson. Shane Ledoux holds strong there in the 8th spot. Stephen Ford, he's the other one that is racing for a potential spot in the playoffs. He's currently 15th. He's trying to keep, he still hasn't used his fast repair, I don't believe. So these guys trying to keep the car clean, make it to the end, and see where the points shake up. Next week we'll be at Las Vegas. So Shane Ledoux trying to get ahead of these other two going into Las Vegas. And Stephen Ford, he's going to have to try and move up a little bit to help his chances. And Cody Bullock, he's packed the trailer up and he's going to roll the dice next week in Vegas. We're getting ready to go green once again. Dustin Matson still the control car. Here we go on the green. Dustin Matson, he brings us around. It goes green for the 13th time tonight. We're 14 laps away from the second stage break. .48 holding strong on the outside lane. The 6 almost clears him. Looks like he'll try to clear him in through 1 and 2. And the 6 does clear .48 of Browning. And they're side by side for the 4th spot. That's Josh Anderson and Kayla McCarthy. Now the 20 around sideways. Looks like a 9, but that is the 20. And he's doing his best to hold it straight. The 16, he touches the 12. They hold it as they get through the corner. Shane Ledoux now 10th, trying to get back to the inside of the 20 of Robinson. All these cars trying to get a good green flag run. Josh Anderson, he's around. Doesn't look like he hits anything. He gets loose off the corner. Does a good job of just locking it up. Lets the cars go by on the outside. Looks like he may have touched the 13 just a little bit. But Josh Anderson around sideways. Not much damage involved in that crash. But yet another caution. As we're 91 laps in. Almost halfway, almost to the end of the second stage. Dustin Matson looking to max out his points tonight. Current top 10, Dustin Matson. Last week's winner, looking to go back-to-back. He's in first. Brandon Browning out there had trouble early. Stood that car up on its nose. He's still out there in second spot. You see the 9 of Lawrence getting one of his laps back. Kyle Spees. He's driven all the way up through this field. He's gained 20 positions. He's up to third. Certainly a name you always expect to be up front. Kayla McCarthy. Major damage on the front end of that car, but you know what? Fast. Bad fast. Kayla McCarthy running out there in the 4th position. Sean Donald, he's racing with the 7 to get into the top 10 in points. Kyle Gardner, our pole sitter, he's still hanging around. He's in 6th. He's trying to do his best to hang around and get back into that top 5. Garrett Fox, been involved in a couple of incidents, but he's driven back up to 7th spot. And Garrett Fox, he's one of these figure 8 guys. If you saw us a couple weeks ago, last week, running the figure 8 endurance race, Garrett Fox, one of the fastest cars, set on the pole, run a lot of fast laps. Garrett Fox, used to the carnage involved in racing. Shane Ledoux, he's currently 9th. Mike Robinson is 8th. He's doing a good job tonight. Shane Ledoux, he's there in 9th spot down on the bottom. And Simon Grills, he's hanging on to the top 10 in the number 16. Been around a couple times tonight. But as we move forward, looking for better luck. With 5 laps to go on the stage, Dustin Matson brings him down for the green flag. .48 holding strong. He's fighting hard for this stage win. Knows there may be a caution soon. And if he can just keep a nose out in front of that 6 when the caution comes out, he may be in front and this stage may end under caution. We're hoping not. And there is a caution. Not sure who is ahead, but we'll find out very soon as Matson pulls ahead. Oh, the 3 and the 20 involved. And then off the corner, the 20 gets sideways and plows the inside wall. Big hit for Mike Robinson. As we come around to take lap 99, 2 laps to go to the end of the stage. Don't believe they're going to go green before they get going, so we'll have to see. Matson, he'll have to stay out on this pit sequence. Now Rouse, he's getting a lap back. Rouse now 20th, only car lap down. Unsucker's 2 laps down. Jeffrey Vickery, he's out there in 11th. I see Chris Reese, he moved back into the top 10. He'll get a stage point. Shane Ledoux in 8th, he'll get a couple more. So here at the end of the stage, Dustin Matson, stage 2 winner, Dustin Matson. And second spot, Brandon Browning in the 48. Kyle Spees will come home 3rd. Kayla McCarthy in a busted up car, but you know what? Bad fast, like I said earlier. Kayla Kayla McCarthy, she's there in 4th. Garrett Fox, he'll come home with a 5th spot. Sean Donald in 6th. 7th, Kyle Gardner, 8th. There's Shane Ledoux. Going to get a couple more points. Trying to get into the playoffs. Simon Grills, he comes home 9th, getting an extra point. Simon Grills, he's 4th in the points. Has been Mr. Consistency this season. Chris Reese, he rounds out our top 10. Chris Reese, he's been fast. Looks like we're going to go green. They're going to display the end of the stage right there. And there's an admin caution. That's our 15th caution of the night. So that's good for Dustin Rouse. He's the first car on the lead on a lap down. He may get another lap back with that green and then the caution. All the cars down the pit lane. We're 106 laps in, currently on pace to have 29 cautions in 200 laps. Garrett Fox, he stayed out in that exchange, as well as Simon Grills. These two looking to try and get out front. And we've seen both of them involved in some incidents tonight. And those guys tried to get out front and get away from the other cars, trying to avoid those incidents. But the problem with that is behind them is just a line of cars with new tires. Here's the new iRacing pace car that they released with this most recent update. And this made just for iRacing. We're getting ready to go green once again. But that's a good looking car. iRacing done a great job on designing the new pace car in iRacing, as we've seen quite a bit of it tonight. Garrett Fox does a little bit of spinning the tires, but does a good job. You see Simon Grills, he gets a little bit loose. Off two down the backstretch. The 6 looking to try and get around that 16, but not trying to push it. The 48, he gets around the 6. That may be the more important thing. The 48 of Brandon Browning, but he can't quite run down Fox. Now Simon Grills gets a little bit loose. The 6 on the outside. He'll get around. Now Matson back to third. Simon Grills, he's falling back a little bit. The 49 of Gardner, now he looks low on the 16. 16 gets a little sideways into the corner. And as they get off the corner, they're all stable. The 49 of the 16 now side by side down into turn 3. Now Gardner, he gets a little bit sideways. And a caution is out. This time for the 20 of Mike Robinson. He's down that bottom lane. Oh, the 27 come off the corner, got a little loose and hit the 20 hard. And sends him hard into the inside wall. '27 trying to save it, but the 20 was just there. Nowhere for him to go. The 20. Mike Robinson, he'll disconnect. He had too much damage, already taken his fast repair. Brent Hunsucker, he's still out there running around, currently 2 laps down. He's a couple laps down, looking to get those laps back. Garrett Fox on those old tires, done a great job of holding on. As this race has turned into just a gauntlet of restarts. Who can do the best and not mess up one of these restarts, because there's so many. Hoping to get a good green flag run before this race is over. Currently run 16 cautions for 83 laps. Lights off the pace car one more time. Garrett Fox gonna lead him down. We'll have to see if he spins his tires this time. Did a good job of holding it on those little bit older tires last time. Simon Grills behind him this time instead of beside him. We'll see. Garrett Fox, as they get off the corner, a great run. Garrett Fox with a big blank. He's got a big lead over the 48. The 16 now looking to the outside of Dustin Matson. Matson will clear the 16. The 11 now of Donald. He's trying to get a spot. We have one around number 9. Christopher Lawrence. He's second in points, having a bad night tonight. Just gets loose, noses it into the inside wall, not too much damage. He'll continue as we go forward. Garrett Fox did a great job on that restart. Now he faces another one. Like I said a few minutes ago, it's turned into a gauntlet. An absolute gauntlet, an obstacle course of nothing but restart after restart. Garrett Fox done a great job in the last two. You see Hunsucker getting one of his laps back. And this battle for the final playoff spot, Shane Ledoux, he's got about four stage points in this race, and Stephen Ford with none. But those two coming into this race battling for, one's going to be in, one's going to be out, only separated by 7 points. So with Shane Ledoux getting those few bonus points, they're only separated by 2 or 3 points at this point in the race. And Stephen Ford is just behind him. These two, the 12 and the 27, are the two that are racing for a playoff spot with only Las Vegas left before we head into the postseason. These two, only about 2 points difference right now, one in and one out. And they're going to get a little bit of a gap over Cody Bullock, who had some issues out of this one, currently sits 22nd. If these guys can get into the top 10, it'll be very difficult for Bullock at Las Vegas to find a path in without somebody missing a race. As we double file one more time, Garrett Fox leads him around. Brayton Laster, he's out there on Facebook giving a big cheer to that 85. Well, Garrett Fox, as he's going to lead us off to another restart after 17 cautions. A great restart for Garrett Fox. The 16 and the 6 with a little bit of a touch. Dustin Matson, he's going to be down on the bottom. He's stuck in traffic. Victory now moves into the 5th spot. And the 48 around sideways. The 16 hard into the side of the 48. Major damage, as it's a parking lot in turn 4 right now. Let's take a look at what happened to second place runner Brandon Browning. Goes into the corner and just got loose, locked it up, and the 16 had absolutely nowhere to go. The 16, a lot of damage. The 48, he was looking to try and get back into the top 10 in points. He may not do it today. A lot of damaged race cars in the bottom, and you see right there the 27. Stephen Ford, that white car. That's one of our in or out drivers that is battling for a playoff spot. Some major implications. You know, the 48 and the 16 go around. They get a lot of damage, but the one who's going to hurt the most from that is the 27. We'll have to see if he's got a fast repair. He does. New car for the 27 here. The Stephen Ford, he'll get the repair. Shane Ledoux still out there in the original car. He has not taken a fast repair, to my knowledge. As now 5 positions separate Shane Ledoux and Stephen Ford. We'll have to see how far Stephen Ford can drive up through the field. Kayla McCarthy, she's right behind. She's taking her fast repair now. Cars coming in and getting the fast repairs. A new set of tires are going to be starting in the back. Christopher Lawrence, he's second in points right now. And he's the one that came in, just got his fast repair as well. The 48 already taking his fast repair. Very damaged race car on the outside lane, the 48 of Brandon Browning. Now Garrett Fox will lead us off one more time. You see the flagman with the green flag. There's the pace car in the pit lane. And it's going to be on the 85 of Garrett Fox. The 16 with major damage. We'll have to see if he's got engine damage. The 85 with a big jump. The 16 having a hard time holding pace. The 11 gets around, and Josh Anderson as well, now in third place. The 11 in the outside lane almost touches the wall, and yet another caution. The 24 around. Looked like she drove to the bottom and didn't know that the 99 was there. Not a lot of damage to the 24, so she'll be able to continue full speed, I'm sure. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad for Kayla McCarthy. We'll have to see, though, if she's going to have time to run back up through this field. I know that's still 68 laps to go. But, I mean, we've run 132 laps, and 96 of those have been under caution. So we'll have to see if we can get even one green flag run for these cars in the back, like the 24 of McCarthy and the 9 of Christopher Lawrence. Jeffrey Vickery back here as well. Stephen Ford, he needs to move back forward. But through all that exchange, this damaged car of the 48 of Brandon Browning, he gained the most positions through all that. He's up now to 13th. Dustin Rouse, he sits 12th. James Jones there in 11th spot. Brian Cloyd, he doesn't have a nose either, but he's sitting in the top 10 trying his best. He's most likely going to lock his spot in tonight. Next week, it's just going to be down between 2 or 3 drivers to see who makes it and who doesn't. So I'd say Brian Cloyd, He's going to be safe. James Jones, most likely as well, going to be safe on making it. We'll have to see how the rest of the night plays out. Kayla McCarthy just involved in a spin. She's 19th. She goes back in, gets damage repaired and possibly another set of tires. We're getting ready to go green one more time. Garrett Fox gonna lead him off. He does a good job in that outside lane. A lot of grip out there. Sean Donald on the inside. He's gonna try and hold it as we go through. See how long of a green run we can get this time. Garrett Fox with a great restart. Now Matson, he clears the 11, and Matson now back, trying to get back into the lead. Matson trying to run down that 85 of Garrett Fox. Chris Reese, he's side by side with the 49. This is the battle for fifth. Slings it in a little hard. The 49 has to check up. Spees, he's down on the bottom. He's making moves to the inside of the 49. It takes a look. 49 had a great run through that corner. He'll hold it. And he's trying to work now on the 62 of Reese. And a caution. Looks like the 49 of Gartner. He goes spinning. Doesn't hit anything. Does a great job to save that race car. We'll have to take a look. The 24 was back there slow. Not sure if she was involved. '99 goes sideways. The 16 of the 24, the 99 of the 24, and the 51 all nose into the wall very hard. We'll have to see just how much actual damage that causes for the 24 of Kayla McCarthy. Now Hunsucker will be back on the lead lap. So all these cautions have been good for Hunsucker. He had issues earlier in the race. He's now scored 19th, back on the lead lap. We'll see if they go green this time around. Maybe we can get a chatter with somebody. Nope, one to green. As we get double foul one more time. Garrett Fox on the outside, Dustin Matson down low. Josh Anderson having a great run tonight. He's sitting third. Sean Donald, he's in fourth. And Chris Reese, he's down on the bottom in fifth. And a big jump for the 85 of Fox. Gonna make it hard for Matson to get around, but if Matson can get around Fox and have control on these restarts till the end, he's got 7/10 to catch up. All Fox needed was some green racetrack, clean air. Fox involved in some earlier incidences back in the pack. Hard to avoid as cars are spinning. Caution once again, the 21, he's slow. Oh, the 3, the 12, they checked up, and the 21, he went into the corner. And all three threat level midnight cars involved in that crash. Josh Anderson, he drops back to fourth now. McCarthy trying to drive back up through the field. She sits 13th. Involved in a couple incidences, but if you can get to that front 4 or 5, those chances of getting involved in wrecks are much less. She had made her way up to the front earlier, had no nose, finished 4th in one of these stages. She's done a pretty good job. Currently sits 13th, but she's going to have to weave her way through a few more cars to get back into the top 10. We're 3/4 of the way through this race, 150 laps in. Garrett Fox chooses the outside lane. He gets such a great run off turn 4 on these restarts, starting in that outside lane. He certainly knows what he's doing on these restarts. You see Josh Anderson on the outside trying to time that 85's restart. The 85 waited a little bit longer that time. Now the 7 will hang out there in 3rd spot. Matson, he comes up into 2nd. And you see a familiar name now back up into the top 4. That's Kyle Spees, as we are under caution. Not real sure why. But there you go. The 9 got turned by the 16. Not sure if the 9 come up or the 16 came down, but those two cars come together and the 9 goes around. The Hunsucker scoots by on the bottom. Both the 21 and the 27 go around the outside. Just what damage occurred in that initial hit is all that was involved with that one. Trying to get a little bit closer of a look. And the 9, I'm not sure if he thought he was clear, but it looks to me as though the 9 may have come up a little bit into the 16. The 16, no, so any hit to that nose of the 16 is going to cause a lot of damage. As a 9, I mean, he does a great job of locking it down, and everyone does a great job of not hitting him. And Cal Spees, you saw him move up there, but he came into the pit lane. There he was in the pits. We're green flag racing once again. Garrett Fox out front. Dustin Matson, he's there in second. They're all joshing for positions behind. Sean Donald now in the third spot. Josh Anderson gets a little loose off the corner. Does a great job of saving it. He's holding strong now in the fourth spot. Brandon Browning with a destroyed car. He makes around the 12 now, hard into the inside wall. Caution on the speedway. Shane Ledoux, and he's the one that's trying to get in. Now he drops back to 20th, and Stephen Ford, he sits 12th. So a flip-flop now in the points situation for the playoffs. And Shane Ledoux, he's coming down pit lane. We'll see if he takes tires or if he decides to take a fast repair. He takes his fast repair and a set of tires. Shane Ledoux looking to drive through this field with only 40 laps to go. 23 cautions in. Shane Ledoux with a new race car. Well, let's see if he can get driving through. As he's now out in 18th after that pit stop. And Stephen Ford, he'll sit in 12th position. Actually, Ford running up here into the top 10 now. As we're getting ready to go green again. I don't think there's anybody in the world better at restarts right now than Garrett Fox. Proven true over and over and over and over again today. Garrett Fox with a big jump over a half second out. Anderson now side by side with the 6. Can Anderson get around? He's looking, but 6 of Matson Gonhu get up in front of the 7. The 11 now trying his best. And caution on the speedway. The 27 involved. Another one of our cars looking for a playoff spot. He's up on the outside just trying not to be involved. But he squeezes the 9 and the 62. They all come together. Quite a bit of damage for the 27. Now Ford and Ledoux going to be side by side on this next restart. McCarthy up to the 12th spot. Hunsucker in the pit lane. And Josh Anderson doing a great job tonight. Let's try and get a word with Josh Anderson. Hey Josh, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do. What's going on, Dakota?
Hey man, you're doing a great job. You've survived this gauntlet of restarts as we've gone through 23 of them so far. You're doing a great job. How'd you get up here in the top 3?
Well, I appreciate that, Dakota. Well, I don't know actually, because I didn't qualify very good. I slid up and the car's silly loose, but these cautions are getting a tad bit ridiculous. But I got my rabbit in front of me. I'm going to try to stay behind him.
There you go. Well, good luck as we go forward. Survive maybe 6, 7, 8, 10 more restarts. Who knows? Yeah. But I think you'll do a good job.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Josh Anderson there in the 3rd spot. And Garrett Fox will lead us off one more time. I think maybe we can get 5 or 6 laps in before getting another caution. I really feel it. Garrett Fox with another great restart. Kyle Gardner, he sends it to the outside. He comes back down the track, able to hold it. His car's a little bit all over the place right now. If you're wondering, these are all Cup cars. They're not modifieds out there, although they have been modified. And we've got another caution as the 27 involved again. Not a good day for those points. The 62 also, and the 69. 27 loose off the corner. Tags the 62 and the 69. He was there with nowhere to go. The 27 goes around. The 69 goes around. The 62 around. The 30 comes in as these cars are sliding all over the place in front of him. As that is now our 25th caution. Well, I thought we could go 5 laps, but I don't think we could. This is the Rebel Racing League. I should have gotten a little better on my stand-up. I could have told y'all some jokes on all these caution laps. We're 25 cautions in, 123 caution laps. Got a new name out here, Garrett Fox. I mean, he's done a great job. It's really come down to restarts, and I would say Matson's probably frustrated. Hasn't had a green flag run long enough to try and run down Fox, and it's really come down to Fox just restarting over and over and over, getting a half-second lead, and then another caution comes out. So I would say Matson probably a little bit frustrated. Third and fourth, it's been a roulette. Whoever's on the outside seems to get the better restart because Fox is continually starting on the outside. So the 7 and the 11 keep leapfrogging over top of each other. Now 85 again, green flag. The flag man waving that flag hard. The 7, a great run now on the outside of the 6. We've got a battle for the second spot. They touch. And we got a car around the 3 of Cloyd and another caution on the speedway. Cars parked on the backstretch, the 9, the 3, the 99. As we saw the 3 get loose off the corner. Collects the 13 as well. He hits the outside wall pretty hard. A lot of damage. Yeah, that new pace car, it is a good looking ride. We'll see if we can get a good look at this new pace car. There it is. Beautifully designed pace car by iRacing. It has not gotten more use in any arena than tonight at Nashville. Yeah, I believe that this is the first time that the pace car has had to stop for fuel. Look from the inside of Fox's car, the rear of the pace car. McCarthy, she's trying to make her way back up through the pack. She's 8th spot now, as well as Spees, who pitted. With only 23 laps to go. Not sure they're going to have enough time unless we can get some 23 green flag laps. Garrett Fox going to lead us off again. We got Jeffrey Vickery in the chat, out there driving at interstate speeds. You're doing a good job tonight, Jeff. You just keep hanging on. That outside line is going to be the fast line. Garrett Fox takes off again. And Anderson, he was second there. So now Anderson in the second spot. He'll be able to hold that position as Matson's stuck back there, battling with the 11 of Donald now for third position. The 49 sideways. Now Matson around. He's in the inside wall. No caution as he continues. The first time we've had a spin all night long that didn't get a caution, and it is for Dustin Matson. How unfortunate to be leading so much of this race and be stuck in the back of the field. And now a caution out. As there was a couple of spins there, the 6. He goes around sideways. As you see him get sideways and down there on the bottom. It didn't stop, so there wasn't a caution. But as we went along, we ended up getting one. So unfortunate for Matson, who had been dominant. He's going to go in and get some tires and try to get some good restarts. Get around as many of these cars as he can. Goes in and gets those tires. 6-2 as well, getting a set. And Josh Anderson, man, doing a great job out there in second spot. He's looking to try and get into the top 10, but the one he's battling to get into the top 10 with is Sean Donald in third. These two battling back and forth all night long. Brandon Browning just a little bit behind them in the points. He sits there in fourth. This a three-way battle for the 10th spot. It's Christopher Pendle. He missed tonight. He'll drop back. Shouldn't be in danger of missing the playoffs. Had quite a bit of a lead. We're getting down to 15 to go. And we're still looking for our first 10-lap green flag run. We may get it here at the end. I'm still hopeful. We've run 27 cautions with 133 caution laps. We're actually down to only 4 minutes left in the session, so these guys and girls going to have to run green flag to the end. Hopefully they can make it. Garrett Fox with a big jump one more time. Josh Anderson out there in second. The 48 around. Somehow they all make it without having a caution. And Anderson now, he's hunting down the leader, Garrett Fox. Can Anderson get there now within a half second? 4/10 now for Anderson, doing his best to try and run down the leader, Garrett Fox. Sliding it into the corner. Does a good job holding on. Anderson very fast. If he could get out into the lead and get in charge of a restart, he may win this one. But it's going to be hard to get around Garrett Fox. We're down to the final 10 laps. And yet another caution. This time, not sure who it's for. Let's take a look at the 3. Goes to the corner, gets tight, hits the outside wall. When he throttles back up, Dustin Matson involved. And the 3 of Cloyd, not a whole lot of damage. But Matson, he gets it in the nose. Matson back up to 12th, though. Josh Anderson going to have to survive one more restart. Garrett Fox most likely to pick that outside line. It's been working so well for him. Kayla McCarthy, she finds herself through all those slipping and sliding, the 48 sliding backwards. Kayla McCarthy, she finds herself now in the 3rd spot. She's going to have to restart on the bottom behind the 7. On the outside lane that's going to be restarting behind Garrett Fox, that's going to be Kyle Gardner. We'll see if he can get a jump on the 24. They're going green one more time. Garrett Fox on that outside line. He gets a big jump from the middle of the turn. They're spinning around. No, looks like they may have saved it. Now McCarthy going to look to the inside of Josh Anderson. This for the 2nd spot. Anderson doing his best to hold on. And there's a caution on the speedway this time for the 27. Major front end damage on the 27. Let's take a look. Well, he already had major front end damage. Comes off the corner. Looks like involved with the 21. Let's see if we can get a better look. Yeah, just didn't quite get the run off the corner as everyone was expecting him to get. And the 21, a little bump to the rear, sends the 27 around and into the inside wall. We've got 3 laps to go. Garrett Fox led quite a few laps tonight. Josh Anderson done a great job. Currently out there in second position. Kayla McCarthy involved in several wrecks, as most of the cars have been, but Kayla McCarthy drives all the way up through here, currently on the podium. Got a comment on the paint scheme for Josh Anderson. That is a good looking ride. Oh, I've tried my best tonight on the broadcast. I should have learned some jokes, or maybe got out the old Dr. Seuss and read a bedtime story for those listening. We got still some exciting time left to go as we're getting ready to go green. On a green-white checker, this may be our last opportunity as the time's beginning to run out. A big jump from the 85. The 7 did a great job of timing it. Big gaggle of cars back in the pack. They're all going to stay. Nope, a caution is out. This time for the number 21. Jeffrey Vickery. Let's take a look. Everyone was, the 30 tags the wall, runs down into the 21, and he hits the wall hard, spins around, and then into the outside wall as well. If y'all could just give a like and a subscribe or anything on our YouTube, our Facebook, or our Twitch pages, we would appreciate it. We're getting down one more green-white checker. Garrett Fox, he survived. So much of this race, so many restarts. The 85 of Garrett Fox done a phenomenal job with the hand that he's been dealt, as well as Josh Anderson. He's trying his best on these restarts to get a run on Fox, but Fox, he keeps starting further back and further back, and the 7 not really able to get the jump that he wants. 24, Kayla McCarthy, she's started way back in the back. She's up to 3rd position, and she's gained 18 spots since we started. believe this is our second green-white checker, so we'll have an opportunity to get one more. I know we're not going to go over 32 cautions, as we're currently 30 cautions in this race. Once again, Garrett Fox with a big jump. The 7, he jumps out to the outside. Down into turn number 1, 85 with a big jump. Now Anderson, he's sideways, has a great save. But now Gardner to the inside, he's looking for a second position. The 7 hard into the outside wall. Cars are flipping everywhere. But the leader took the white flag, so we'll continue. Garrett Fox off the corner. Josh Anderson, he hit the wall hard on the outside a little while ago, but he maintains second spot. Kayla McCarthy, she's third. Kyle Speech will come home fourth, but Garrett Fox brings home the win. And what a last lap. As we've still got cars wrecking. The 6 still wrecking on the backstretch. These cars just trying to get back to the line to finish. Car still trying to finish. The 85 already on the burnouts. Garrett Fox will win this race. Kayla McCarthy, she's third. Josh Anderson finishes second. There's Josh Anderson. And that's the burnout we wanted right there, sitting in the pit stall, burning her down. All right, let's see if we can get a word from our third place finisher, Kayla McCarthy. Hey, Kayla, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
10-4, Dakota.
Hey, you drive back up through the field after being involved in some incidences early. Weave your way through and avoiding some other incidents, but you get back up, you finish third. Good finish.
Yeah, definitely not the night we wanted, but overall, good points night, good stages. I think we got a couple points in stage 1 and a couple in stage 2. Definitely what we needed. We were racing Lawrence there for second points. Made a mistake on that last restart that probably could have capitalized on P2, but other than that, great night for us overall as a team.
Yeah, a lot of cautions in this one. Not sure what the mood was in the iRacing server, but 30 cautions, 145 laps. What's it feel like pacing for that long?
You know, it's definitely interesting. You know, I guarantee if we had a radioactive, it would be one heck of a show. But that's just a short track race, and honestly, I mean, guys get going, guys got different agendas, and some want to go from the get-go, and some want to kind of lay back, and that's kind of what you get for just short track racing, and everyone on totally different agendas.
Yeah, well, you come home third in this wreck-filled race, but you did a good job. So, do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I gotta give it out to my team, everybody at Healthy 5 Motorsports, Ford, Browning, Spees, Lawrence, all the guys. Overall, good night. Thanks to my wife for putting up with me for everything I do with this amount of time. For y'all for the broadcast, just everything that goes into this league. It's an awesome league to run in.
All right, well, I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you.
And now for our second place finisher, Josh Anderson. Hey, Josh, it's Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. How's it going, Dakota?
Doing a good job. Doing well. Sorry, my brain is fried.
I could imagine with all the cautions we've had in this race.
So as you go through there at the end, you survive all those restarts. There on the last lap, you hit the wall. Big crash behind, but the leader had already passed the white flag. Probably the best thing you could have seen at that point was that white flag.
Oh yeah. All I was trying to do is I was watching that 24 behind me. I really wasn't blocking. All I was doing is trying to keep my car from spinning out. I really wasn't trying to do anything like that, but I just couldn't read I couldn't read Garrett. You know, every restart he was killing me on it. But I tell you what, it was a blast, and I'm glad to be here in the broadcast with you.
Well, you did a great job, Josh. I think you may move into the top 10 in points. That was one of our storylines tonight between you and the 11.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I hope I cannot remember what the the top 15 or 16 that go in the playoffs, but I know we've only got a couple of races left. But boy, I've been pushing hard.
Yeah, 16 get in, and Brett Wilson, he was 16th. He missed tonight, so I would say you're more than safe.
Good.
It's a good job. You have anybody you'd like to thank, Josh?
Yeah, man, I'd like to thank Bud for letting me, let me join this Kool-Aid Monster Motorsports, man. It's been a blast. He made some really nice liveries for all four of us, for five of us, and my teammates. Every one of them, James, Dustin. I know Mike got taken out early, so I'd like to thank Mike too. And Bud, he couldn't be here tonight, but man, it's been a blast. Thank you for the nice broadcast too, man.
Yeah, you talk about your paint scheme, and we had some people in the chat talking about how good it looked tonight. So good job, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again soon, and I know you're going to be making the playoffs.
Awesome, man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And now for our winner. Let's put the old checker flag up here for him. Our winner, Garrett Fox. Hey, Garrett, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Hey, man, didn't expect to see you in here tonight.
Yeah, usually I run a ARCA series on Tuesdays, and I spot for Diamond Grills and this on Wednesdays, but I guess they lost a driver on their team, needed some team points, so they asked me to run, and kind of a last-minute deal, but I guess it worked out pretty good.
Well, if they called you up to get some team points, I'd say that was the best call they could have got, because you come out here, you win the race. As you come down there towards the end, or if really over the last 50, 60 laps, you're in the lead, and I was calling it a gauntlet of restarts. What was your ideology of when to go and when to wait longer the next time on all those restarts?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I'd only pit once at lap 50, so I was really, really struggling on fuel, and I was saving as much as I possibly could, so I wasn't downshifting until the last second, and I was just trying to go out a different spot every single time. As soon as they started to figure out where I was going, I tried to go on a different spot. We never really got green flag runs, so as long as I could get a big enough jump on them, they weren't going to contest me in the first lap or two. I was probably okay, but tires were pretty wore. As long as I could get a good jump out in front of them, I could get enough space and be fine till the next caution. I knew there was going to be plenty.
Yeah, well, the people that watched a couple weeks ago, we know you're fast on the figure eight. Now we know you're fast on the oval. So congratulations on your win. And do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I got Next Level Designs that make all my paint schemes, and Simon Grills and Cody Bullock, Mike Robinson, all them guys for calling me down here to race for one night. I guess I'm gonna, I won, so I should be in the playoffs now. I guess I'm gonna stick around till the end of this thing. But just anybody that's ever helped us out with the iRacing deal, and I couldn't ask for a better rest. That's pretty good.
Yeah, great race. Well, good job, Garrett, and hopefully we'll see you back next week.
All right, appreciate you, man. Thanks.
All right, have a good one. All right, there's your winner, Garrett Fox. Good on the figure eights, good on the ovals. Everywhere we see him, he's usually up there in the front. So, good race, a lot of caution laps. We had 30 cautions for 145 caution laps. But overall, that ending was pretty spectacular between the 85, the 7, and the 24. Maybe we can find a replay. Can't quite find a replay, but that was an exciting finish. Appreciate everybody who stopped by. And we will be back Sunday night with the Southern Excitement Racing League. And they'll be at Phoenix. So should be a good race. And appreciate everybody for stopping by. And we will see you all next time, Sunday night at Phoenix, right here on the Throttle Up Racing Network.
What you think about when you're born into a fire. Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn